Hi everyone, welcome back to Fiscal Friday. This is Best Buyers with a generation empowered. We're coming at you from the only mall that matters, the National Mall. Today we're going to be discussing the history of our nation's debt. Our country started in debt, roughly 75 million after the Revolutionary War in 1790. Thomas Jefferson reduced this debt until the US had to borrow heavily to finance the War of 1812. Our next major debt increase coincided with the Civil War, taking us from roughly 65 million in 1860 to 2.76 billion in 1866. Fighting yourself is expensive, y'all. World War I brought even more debt, financed heavily by the sale of bonds to the US public. Post-war, our debt reached 25 billion. The Great Depression is where debt gets depressing. It marked our largest peacetime debt increase and sparked the debate between government spending and economic growth. By 1939, our debt hit $40 billion. More war, more debt. By World War II, our debt hit $242 billion. The last 20-something years is where the proverbial hits the fan. Reagan's tax cuts axed the government income. Defense and social program spending also increased. Clinton ran budget surpluses, but he also fudged the numbers to make it happen. Oh, Clinton, you scoundrel. By 1995, our public debt had reached 3.6 trillion. We have a problem. Post 9/11 spending, Medicare reform, and that little Iraq war jacked up our debt to $5.8 trillion. Weapons aren't cheap. Hope and change? Not quite. The 2008 recession resulted in $1 trillion stimulus, as well as $1 trillion deficits. Stop! This brought us to 13 trillion. Did I mention we have an extra 5 trillion in intergovernmental debt? Well, we do. This brings us to 18 trillion in national debt. Oh! Bottom line, freedom isn't free. Well, nothing is free. I know what you're thinking. What about inflation? The gold standard. Debt to GDP. What the heck is intergovernmental debt? Don't worry, these are all on next year's Fiscal Friday roster, so stay tuned. Logging off from DC, this is Best Buyers, and remember, it's your generation and you're empowered.